Hey, thanks for stopping by for the No BS social media chat. We're telling you this week to think ahead. And what I mean by thinking ahead, there are lots of ways to think ahead. But more importantly, we're still in the infancy of social media. And it's amazing, my friends, my fans, my followers, who I interact with on a regular basis. And I really look through Facebook timeline. Again, I spend more time looking on Facebook than I actually post anything. And I'm amazed at some of the things that people put out there. I'm amazed at what young people put out there. And while this isn't a message for young people per se, for the millennials per se, it really plays for them, but I think it plays for all of us, and it's called Think Ahead. Because I was a small child in the media, because I got into radio at a young age, I was always reminded that you needed to be professional, that you needed to present a professional image wherever you go. So even if I partied in the background, you didn't necessarily present it that way. You didn't present yourself as a drunk on the radio, unless that's the character you wanted to play, even if you were in the background. I think that's why there's so many alcoholics in radio, is they pretend to be somebody on the radio and then there's somebody else in real life. I didn't necessarily have that problem, although I've had my problems over the years. But with social media, I'm amazed at the party pictures, at the pictures. I'll take Instagram for an example. When I go on Instagram and I see a profile from a pretty young lady, I like to check, not because I'm interested, but I like to see how many selfie pictures they have on there and how many bikini pictures of themselves they post. Let's be honest, nobody wants to see this in a Speedo, in a bikini, whatever it is, so you don't got to worry about that. In fact, if you go to a lot of my social media profiles, you won't see a lot of pictures of me. And there are pictures every now and again. A lot of them are throwback pictures and things like that. Because in all honesty, other than these videos, well, you know what I look like on a regular basis. You can see the transgression, you can see the weight come on, come off, the beard. You can see it over the course of time. It is what it is. But I'm not so consumed with having my picture taken. And I've always questioned whether that was a mistake or not. But again, because I always thought ahead, I was more worried about a bigger picture. I was all worried about what people perceived or what people thought. So I always worried about the little things. I'll be honest with you. Even before doing these videos, I shave every week. Now, again, it's an HD camera, and I don't know how close you can see, but I think it looks a little bit more professional. You'll also notice the professional work shirts I wear. We kind of go for the whole no BS blue collar kind of thing. So it's always the same shirt, always the same background, trying to present a uniform image. So I think too, you can do the same thing for yourself on social media. Sure, you can have a personality. You can be whoever you want to be, but it could come back to bite you down the road. You've got to watch who's watching out for you. I'll never forget when Facebook really first started coming to prominence. And this is really during the MySpace time. So we're talking, 2004, 2005, 2006, when I was still in radio. Anytime we would interview a young person for a job, and we were giving a lot of starter jobs, a lot of entry-level jobs, the first thing we'd do, go track them down online. And to this day, if I'm having a meeting with a young person, a person wants to request a meeting with me, I go scout them on social media because I want to see how serious they are. I want to see how professional they are. And a lot of times you can get a good feel for what a personality they have by their social media. Sure, you know what? When they sit down in an interview process, they're going to put their best foot forward. They're going to wear the suit. They're going to dress professionally. They're going to clean their hair. But you can get an idea online of who they are. It's funny. My accountant is just a button-up, plain kind of guy, except he's an outdoorsman. And so a lot of the stuff he posts on Facebook are outdoors pictures. I had no clue until we became Facebook friends. It gave me a whole new view of him. Accountants are all buttoned down, kind of boring people, and his life isn't boring. But I went, okay, there's something more to this person. That's interesting. You go on my Facebook profile and you can see me eating a lot of food because let's face it, I'm a fat guy and I love my food and I love celebrating life and all those things. And I love, celebrating my nieces and nephews and all the fun we have. But I lead a pretty boring life. A lot of stuff you'll never see on social media because you don't need to see my business. You don't need to see what I'm doing on a regular basis. It's on purpose because I'm thinking ahead, and you should too. Always. I don't care how young you are. Never too early to think ahead. You can still have fun. You can still let your hair down every now and again, but think ahead. Think of the future. More next week in the No BS social media chat. NoBSSocial.com. That's our place where you find all these videos, what are we up to? I don't even know what number we're up to now, but we've got a lot of them on there. You can go back and look through the archives, if you will, the episodic archives. You can also find us on YouTube as well, because we actually post them on YouTube. That may be easier for you. Again, I don't care where you view them. I don't care how you get there. We also post them later on our Facebook page a week afterwards. But wherever you view, we love having you here. We love helping you out. We'd love to hear from you. My phone number, my email address, everything about me. Well, not everything about me. That's online too. It's coming up here at the end of the video. Thanks so much. Have a great week.